Hey everyone, I'm Alison.
And I'm Bryce.
And we're Better Half Reviews. And today we are looking at Truffle Shuffle. It's published by AEG and brought to you by Flat Out Games, the same people who made you Point Salad.
In Truffle Shuffle, you're choosing from a shared group of truffles to fulfill orders, to gain coins, and whoever has the most coins at the end of the game wins.
So let's take a look at the game. Okay, so this is what the setup of the game looks like. You alternate face up and face down rows of cards, and you start at the very bottom. So you can only take one card per turn unless you have something else that says you can do so otherwise. And you draw a card that has nothing else on top of it. So I can take this card and draw it into my hand.
And then say I take this card.
So now that it's my turn, I can choose to draw anything from here or see that both the cards are taken away. So this one has nothing blocking it. I could take this card.
And then I can continue and take this card.
So play goes like that. You do have the option on your turn to try to fulfill an order. So in the game you have a reference card for all the different types of orders you can fulfill. They vary from one color of each up to like small straights, large straights, or straight flushes. So if you're familiar with different poker terms, it'll be pretty easy to kind of figure out what you can and cannot do to get points in the game. So on the back of the reference card, it has the iconography broken down for you. So if you ever wonder what a card can or cannot do, it breaks it down for you super easy. But really, I feel like you don't really need it that much because it's very self-explanatory. Okay, so the other option on your turn, you can turn in a set. So I've got 5 5s here. I turn that in and it says a number set of 5 5 gives me 5 coins. So I'll collect the 5 coins. And if you are the first person to turn in a set of 4 or more truffles, you get a bonus token depending on the number of players you have. So in a 2-player game, I will get a 2 coin. And then the next person to turn in a 4 or higher truffle set will get 1 coin. And then there's one other bonus coin after that. So the round ends when all of these cards are taken. If the round ends and you have cards in your hand and you haven't played them, you have to discard down to the number of players. And there are 3 rounds in the game, so you will go through the entire deck of cards, and that's one other way to keep track of when the game ends. So there's lots of different strategies you can go for, and the combinations will get more creative as you go because there's cards that change color or cards that can match the same numbers or the same colors.
Or cards that are wild.
So sometimes you may be turning in a set that really only needs 3 cards, but you end up using 8 cards because you're changing colors and numbers. It's just a fun way to try to figure out a puzzle and how you can fulfill those orders. All right, now that we've looked at the game, let's talk about how we feel about the game. What are some of the pros?
Well, this game is very simple and very easy. Easy to play, easy to teach, easy to learn. Don't do that in that order, but it's easy.
It's a great gateway game. The iconography on the cards, it's very easy and simple to really understand, especially for those who haven't really played games. It has a little symbol of like, oh, okay, I can change the color on the card, or I can change the number on the card. Super easy. So let's talk about the components of the game. I love these little chocolate coins. They could have just made them simple coins that are gold, but no, they took the time to make it look like a little bit of a chocolate that's being unwrapped. So I love that. It's really awesome. But the first time that we played the game and the coins were all stacked up, I was like, oh no, one of the cardboard tokens is broken. I'm like, oh wait, that's the chocolate. So just be warned.
And I do love the artwork on the cards. These truffles look absolutely delicious.
They do.
They make me want to go out and buy some.
Yeah, like I'm not even that big of a chocolate fan. I know. But when we played this game, like they all look so good that I'm like, I feel like I should be eating truffles while I play this game. But carefully and not getting chocolate on the cards.
But speaking of the cards, and this goes to a con, they are very slippery.
Mm-hmm.
So you're trying to set up the game in that little triangle pattern, and they're just slipping and sliding all over the place.
So you have to be super careful, and you're constantly like readjusting it. So yeah, that is a bit of a con. It's kind of annoying, but what can you do?
And another thing, like, just for card games, I'd kind of expect these to be linen finished. I'm picky, I guess, but they're not linen finished, so.
Limited finish is always nice, but I feel like they've held up pretty well so far. But we'll see over time. And the rule book is really good. It's really clear. It gives you some different examples if you're wondering what you're supposed to do. So that's very helpful.
Yeah. However, we've only played this game at 2 players, and I feel like it would be better at 3 or 4.
Yeah, definitely. I feel like some of the combinations, like the orders to fulfill, it's not much of a challenge. Like we were constantly being like, okay, here I need to get like 9 points, so I'll just trade this in and get 10. It was pretty easy to get the high stuff.
Yeah, it wasn't a matter of like if we would be able to fulfill the high orders or not. It was more a matter of when, like how long would it take me to. And in a 2-player game, it was just battling to see how many of the highest orders you could fulfill.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas I can see a 3 or 4-player game, it actually being a challenge to get those higher orders because everybody's fighting for all those cards.
And you'd feel more pressure to be like, okay, maybe I should just hand in this order to get some type of points. So I can see how, it would definitely be better at a higher player count. So like with that, like point salad, we both like that. I feel like I'd rather, if we're playing a 2-player game, I'd rather play point salad over truffle shuffle.
I agree. And if you're playing a 3 or 4-player game, I think it's a toss-up. I think they would both be good games to play.
Did you notice that pun there?
What can I say?
Okay, so that's Truffle Shuffle, and we recommend it. We like it.
But definitely at a higher player count.
True.
Be sure to like and subscribe. I'm Bryce.
I'm Allison.
And we're Better Half Reviews.
Happy gaming.
Have fun.
Oh no.